Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to RAMBOMANIA. Today we're looking at a little Q&A session with Wallace Lee. Now, Wallace couldn't be here with us live or via Skype, but we ended up doing a fascinating little Q&A session. Actually, it's a big Q&A session. I sent him some questions by request, and he sent me back some really lengthy and awesome answers with a lot of insight. So we're going to roll into that for you on today's 5-part epic episode of RAMBOMANIA featuring the Q&A of Wallace Lee. So this is really great. I can't wait to delve into this. Also, Wallace sent us the Italian scribed version of the first novella for Rambo Year One. Brilliant stuff. But he included a new introduction in English. As well, he sent me this really groovy autographed front page panel from Year One, which reads, "For Studio Redband, we study the next move, sir. Rambo Year One by Wallace Lee," with signature at the bottom. So I'm going to put that up on the screen for you. This is just a really great treat. This was I just feel so honored and so privileged to be able to get a sneak peek into the a little deeper into the English version of Rambo Year One. The Italian version he sent me is about 100 pages, I believe. But it's got a new little introduction in there, and I can't wait till the book is finished. The transferred version to English is finished, because I can't wait to review it for you. I really want to go in depth and review the whole thing. Maybe have Wallace come back. Maybe have Wallace on the show. And we can really dive into this psychological masterpiece. It's very bright. So, we're going to get to the Q&A section of everything. I really want to thank Wallace Lee for taking time out to do this. From taking time out working on the transfer of the novels. I think it's in 3 or 4 parts he's going to be doing it. So I really wanted to thank him for taking the time to answer the questions that we submitted to him. And, for submitting those answers back, I just want to thank you, thank you so much. This is a really big treat for RAMBOMANIA. So it's just really, I'm kind of taken back right now. I'm kind of in awe. I didn't do any notes or script anything out for today's show. It's pretty much going to be a one take all the way through. I'm pretty sure we can get through it in about maybe half an hour, maybe an hour. I'm not too sure, but we're gonna go at the best that we can. We're gonna do the best that we can. I want to tell everyone out there before we begin to go check out Rambo Year One by Wallace Lee. I will put the YouTube link below, and you can treat yourself to a couple of the chapters in English. As well, you can treat yourself to the ones in Spanish. Sorry, not Spanish. Sorry, I'm lost today. Italian. Yes, you can check out the Italian versions for you Italian Rambo fans. And I know there are many of you. Italy loves Rambo. So, go check them out, because you'll come back feeling much inspired, and it's really a great reading experience, So, Wallace couldn't be here in the flesh, but he did send us this wonderful long letter. I did kind of had an order that I wanted to do the questions in, but I'm just going to do them in the way that I sent them. and got them sent back. You guys are all smart at home. I know you can all figure it out for yourselves. But, it's cool because then there'll be a few surprises in there as well for you as the questions roll on. And what else do I want to say? Regarding the questions are really great. The answers are even better. And from time to time, I'll just give my feedback on each of the answers, and this is really just going to be an amazing way to do this. I asked Stefan Shapovsky to maybe help work on an episode like this with me, a Q&A like this with me, where I can kind of read the questions and the answers to everyone at home who was so curious about it. Unfortunately, we can't do anything with Stefan right now. He's unavailable. But I feel very privileged and very honored to be doing this type of format for this episode for the first time with Wallace Lee. So this is going to be a first. And this is my first Q&A episode, or series of episodes. So I feel very privileged and very honored, and just very flattered that I got the opportunity to work on this with Wallace, because he's just such a great guy and such a great mind and such a creative outlet. Just go read his work. You'll be surprised. It will take you back. He will transport you into the belly of the beast, so to speak. He really shows you the horrors of war, and he's really brilliant at the whole concept. War is not heck. War is hell. So we're going to roll into the questions. And once again, I want to thank Wallace. You'll always have a home here at RAMBOMANIA. And I can't wait to do some more stuff with you in the future. I can't wait to work on some more projects with you. And I really want to thank you for the dedication that you wrote to me here in this first page of your novel. It's just, it made me cry. I was just tears of joy. Like, wow. It's just a real treat. Like, there's a great theme for tonight's episode, I guess, also, is that planting those small idealistic seeds and watching the trees that grow because of them. Even the biggest things come from the smallest things. And Wallace is living proof of that. And I know that, going into RAMBOMANIA, I would never have dreamed that a Rambo book would be dedicated to a by the fans, for the fans touchstone, which is really what RAMBOMANIA is. It's by the fans, for the fans. Sorry, I'm kind of tongue tied today. It's been a crazy week, but yeah, I'm really privileged, and we're gonna roll into this right now. So sit back, maybe grab a drink and relax, grab a snack. It's gonna be a sweet ride. Thank you for coming down the long road that is RAMBOMANIA. Thank you for helping us get to this brilliant 201 episode mark. I can't think of anyone better to be doing it with, or any viewers better to share it with, because all you guys are the greatest, and you guys really are what this show is about. This is all for you, and I invite everybody to just get involved. If you want to come on the show, we'll have you on. If you want to submit something to the show, we'll put it on the show, and we'll give you that feedback. We'll give you that day in the sun, because RAMBOMANIA, I find there's there's so many great Rambo projects out there that no one ever sees. So, I just kind of wanted to make that place where everyone can see everything Rambo related. And yeah, it's about time, because you know what? That's the real hero. He's the real hero, Rambo is definitely inspired so many of us and given us the strength to help with our own shortcomings and things that are hard in the world for us today. So, thank you to everybody involved. Thank you everybody at home for watching. And let's roll into the Q&A. In his RAMBOMANIA debut, Wallace Lee. Now, for you viewers at home who may not be too familiar with Wallace Lee has written this epic prequel novella to First Blood called Rambo Year One, and it really is a force to be reckoned with. This is the bee's knees. Like, let me tell you, this, if you don't feel anything after reading this, then you are not human. You are not human if you don't feel changed after reading this. This is a brilliant, not only coming of age story in a sense, but a brilliant take on Vietnam. Sort of in miniature, but it's all based in Vietnam, but you know what I mean. Miniature sense of the book is small. It's like maybe 100 pages. Also, that it's the beginning to a saga, a 3 or 4 piece saga. So it might be a trilogy, but it might be a saga. We don't know yet. Depends how Wallace is going to divide it up. And I have not read the whole thing because it's in 2 languages. It's in Italian and it's in English, and only portions of the English version have been transferred. So I've only seen portions of it. But by the way it's going, the full finished version of this, I could just imagine how epic and mammoth-like it is, because just reading the opening chapters and the introduction and what Wallace has sent us, it's just wow. It's just wow. There's just no words. There's just no words to describe what's going on in Wallace's mind. Wallace really just brought us to Vietnam. He really did. He really did. So, question number 1 is, tell us about your first Rambo experience. Where and how did you discover Rambo? So Wallace answers, in 1982, I was 5 years old. Just a kid. I don't remember exactly the first time I saw First Blood, but I remember me and my friends talking about how cool Rambo was. Just how strong, brave, and, what a terrible life he had. For a long time, First Blood was one of my favorite movies. But I really like the big screen. So as new movies came out, I moved on. I almost forgot about it. I liked Rambo 2 and 3 when they came out, but not as much as the first one. You never forget your first love. And that's very true, Wallace. And he goes on to say, I was turning to other kinds of movies and books, more horror, which is the reason I liked so much the first Rambo movie. It's almost a horror movie, like Jaws, yes, and Rambo is the shark. And that's very true. I too, when I saw First Blood, looked at it more as a horror movie. I know that may come to a lot of people as a shock, but me being so young, I'm talking about me, Matt,